Riot after who just showed up, National Guard about to take over. Story update, 3 confirmed fatalities in the violence. Well, folks, after a decade of the far left shoving their agenda down the collective throats of the right, it has finally happened and the right has said enough is enough. The much-anticipated Unite the Right rally drew large crowds and heavy police presence in the downtown area of Charlottesville to protest the removal of a statue of Robert E. Lee. Right-wing demonstrators and left-wing revolutionaries began gathering around the Emancipation Park in Charlottesville just after 9 a.m. this Saturday morning. Police were on hand and ready to respond to any type of emergency situation as more protesters arrived, carrying flags. Of course, because we know the city of Charlottesville is always catering to such extremist groups such as Black Lives Matter, the permit was approved but stated that the Unite the Rally could begin at noon. My guess is they wanted to give the opposing Antifa crowd enough time to get out of bed, since receiving food stamps and welfare is such hard work. State of New Jersey. Anti-fascist groups, or Antifa, are a subset of the anarchist movement and focus on issues involving racism, sexism, and anti-Semitism, as well as other perceived injustices. Self-described Antifa groups have been established across the United States and in several major cities, including New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, and San Francisco. A majority of New Jersey-based anarchist groups are affiliated with the Antifa movement and are opposed to fascism, racism, and law enforcement. Antifa groups coordinate regionally and have participated in protests in New York City and Philadelphia. There are 3 loosely organized chapters in New Jersey, known as the North Jersey Antifa, the South Jersey Antifa, and the Hub City Antifa, New Brunswick, Middlesex County. In December 2016, a group known as the Anti-Fascist Action Nebraska engaged in a doxing campaign against a prominent member of American Vanguard, a white supremacist organization. The group published his personal information on several social media platforms and posted flyers on the University of Nebraska-Omaha campus, calling for his expulsion. On March 28, a small fight occurred between Antifa members and supporters of the U.S. president during a rally in Seaside Heights, Ocean County. Because of advance publicity about the event on social media, local and state law enforcement officers were able to keep altercations to a minimum. Violent confrontations between Antifa members and white supremacists, as well as militia groups, will likely continue because of ideological differences and Antifa's ability to organize on social media. In the past year, Antifa groups have become active across the United States, employing a variety of methods to disrupt demonstrations. On April 18, following the Patriots' Day free speech rally in Berkeley, California, which turned violent, an Antifa member wrote, "Every Nazi that gets punched is a victory. We must realize that these days are going to become more and more common, unless we put a nail in this coffin once and for all." On March 29, as a response to an Antifa post on social media, a national militia group wrote in an online article, "Whenever their kind, Antifa, assumes power, individual freedom, including of speech and worship, is brutally suppressed." Beginning in March, the Philadelphia Antifa chapter used Facebook to encourage followers to disrupt the Make America Great Again event in Philadelphia, resulting in over 300 participants. Antifa's presence resulted in law enforcement shutting down the event early for safety concerns. As of May, a manual on how to form an Antifa group, posted on a well-known anarchist website in February, had approximately 13,500 views. On February 1, the University of California, Berkeley canceled a controversial speaker's appearance following a protest by approximately 100 Antifa members. In response, far-right extremists assembled at a free speech rally, which Antifa members disrupted, resulting in 10 arrests and 7 injuries. Additionally, on April 15, Antifa and far-right extremists clashed at a demonstration, leading to 23 arrests and 11 injuries. Things quickly escalated when a vehicle who is said to have belonged to someone from the right plowed into a crowd of unbathed Antifa members, killing 1 and injuring 27. Of course, the media ran with that story, but after a few people searched the license plate of the car they learned something very different about the owner. Yup, Although it's still not confirmed, it is starting to look like it was a setup by the left, the group who excels at playing the victim card and propaganda. I bet the mainstream media cover this up. One of the protesters on the right said that militarized police, whom he compared to stormtroopers, did not protect them. They instead funneled them towards the Antifa crowd. He then added, "I am a citizen of the USA. That's the same way most of us who peacefully went to the San Jose Trump rally in the summer of 2016 felt when we found out the police was ordered to the watch and not get involved if any of us peaceful rally goers were attacked by the scumbag in the streets."